watching in country, and the contribution of country is for the good and bad, and the all of this media is the good of the part of the, and the all of the and the many more cases is the India. This reason why for media is the fourth pillar of democracy, and the various dimension of media. Media is a player. Media is a player just like I can see the videos anymore, just like a very like a YouTube platform where I can go to explain for all of media dimension of this, and I can stop to fortify my mind. I can use in our brain for so define and watch the reopen for videos, and I can clear this all of way to all topic to I can explain this time. The freedom of media. The freedom of media. Media is the freedom of media is in the fourth pillar of democracy, and many more powers of constitution in our India, and media is the working for good, and just as it ready for all of the evidence, follow to evidence and truth, and the people are so trusted in our society, and I can any more just like any more cases, and I cannot explain for another people. I can so see in the media and explain for in this all of just like example for tomorrow the election, and I cannot believe this all of person. I can believe this on media. What's in media? I can see what the all of the topic of media, all of the parties member of media, and I can see this is the explain for in our time, because tomorrow is the I am all person live in Bihar. The Bihar election is the mostly for all of person can see what the everything and decided. Right to freedom on speech expression, not for confined to national bondage. The media is the media is freedom, not for I can speak in other language, just any other society so agree for this language, and it is under to one of the language for just call Hindi language, English language, not for other language, and the freedom of media, and not for explain, not defined for I can do this work and I can no other abusing all other person, and that's it is under to constitution of the Indian Act, and we follow every time to constitution of India. Press is the mother of other liberty. I can see the other news channels just like Bhojpuri in Bihar language, and Rajasthani, anymore Gujarati, anymore I can not English language, Hindi language news channels. So explain for this is all other states person living other sites, and then we can explain the other person for other types language, Gujarati, Marathi, all of this. This is the press is the mother of the liberty, and that's what I can. So come in Pawan, can explain this. Thank you.
The next slide is emergency of media in India.
Breakage हो गया.
Media is a problem. Definition of the demanding aspect of media. There are lots of topics in media as a problem. Media is very important for all peoples in our India and all over the world. You have to you know very well about media. Media is the voice of masses. It can change their perception, their intention, and it is impact of your society perception. But media has a lot of problems because sometimes fake or good news are also spread in our society, and it is also highlights any other leaders that's not good for our society and our state and our country. And it can be if media wants dispute, if media wants to highlight any people's and their names and their name and names, but it can be also decrease their everything. So media is the great role of our country and our states. I would like to call Rohit.
Yes, good.
Very good morning to all of you. Today my topic is media as a fourth pillar of democracy. Media as a fourth pillar of democracy. Media makes awareness of social, political and economic activity around us. Democratic system is the freedom of expressions and that provide disagreement and their section of society. As a media, newspapers, radio, televisions, it is very inform all the people. The fourth pillar of democracy is legislative, executive, judiciary, and media. These are the fourth pillar of democracy. If any of these pillars are not working properly and still not fully functional. In India, there is no single work in media. In American constitutions, judiciary is the most powerful, whereas the UK legislature and dominates judiciary. Over the time, media is very more active. Over the year, media is very more active.
And what about the presentation? Explain these things.
I am telling you about the role of media.
What about this governing media? Law governing media in pre and post independent India. This is not a spontaneous round.
So can I say?
Yes, you can take one.
I am telling you about
Because you are not active. Yes, go on.
morning all of you, and I'm going to explain the further parts of our presentation. We know that media works as the fourth pillar of our democracy, as which the legislative, the judiciary and the executive works very smoothly in our country, and media also works as the fourth pillar of our democracy, because if any of the pillar of our democracy is wrong, then media also reveals it, that truth. So we can say it is the fourth pillar of our democracy. And if we go towards the further part of our presentation, we get that law governing media in pre and post-independent India. A lot of, although it is very brief, but a lot of rules are also made in India, in pre-independent India and post-independent India also, such as the Censorship of Press Act 1799. It was enacted under the Lord Wellesley, and the Lord Wellesley snatched some rights from the media. So this is called the Censorship of Press Act. And the licensing regulation 1823 and 1857. It also tells about we require a license if we want to open a media house or press, then we have required a license. So it is 23. The Vernacular Press Act 1828, it was enacted in the period of Lord Lytton, and the India Press Act 1910 and the Press Council of India Act 1965, which our modern India depends upon. This Act, Press Council of India Act 1965. Now we are going to our constitutional perspective of media. Media is directly connected to the Article 19. Article 19 tells about the freedom, right to freedom, and Article 19 says that we have right to do anything in our country. We have right to go anywhere in our country. We have right to form an association. We have right to do democratic protest anywhere in India, and press also do this kind of activity under 1918 and 1902, such as press has the right to speak and freedom of expression, which often media does in television channels and press also newspapers. Importance of the freedom of press. Freedom of the press is very important in our country, because we get any kind of news because of press, and we get any news in few minutes and few seconds also through our social media or electronic media or press. So importance will be required of media, because it is media who reveals any kind of case such as murder, robbery, rapes, and etc. We can take the example of any scams also, just such as fodder scam of Lalu Prasad Yadav. So media plays an important role, and the importance becomes it is very important, because in our COVID-19 pandemic, we also get the news of national, international media during the lockdown condition, the condition of the laborers, the migrants of our country which are coming from other states to their native states. So we also know their situation because of media. So here the importance of media is very important point. And for fourth point is media, fourth pillar of democracy. As I have told that there is three pillars of democracy, and the media also works as the fourth pillar of democracy. Market of media marketing. There is also a big market of media, such as display, advertising, and content marketing. Media also does shows lot of news, new products in the market, and shows the new offers. Also tells about government schemes in the television screens or newspapers. So, and social media marketing also plays an important role in our daily lives, such as WhatsApp, Facebook, and through this we can get a lot of news. And the role of TRP in media is very important, because if a channel gets a huge TRP in themselves, they get big brand ads, and this also contributes to the GDP, because they generate a huge revenue towards the now this is conclusion. Media is our daily necessity, as we all know about this, that we get any kind of news because of media. Transparency in media. There's our modern media is very polluted, we can say, because they show the news, they show the other good things, but they spread propaganda also. They make us aware about the various kinds of schemes of the government, but they also deviate from us, from the other path we have on notion, but they deviate from us, our path, in various times. Freedom of the press in other countries. Although media gets freedom in other countries very well. And the liabilities of media. This media works also as an educator also, because now I want to conclude this presentation, because I have no.
Yes, go on. It's fine.
बी पॉजिटिव बहुत अच्छा दे रहा है
बहुत अच्छा
Proceed
Fine,
further.
very good.
Very good.
Go on.
Now I am going to conclude. While preparing this presentation, I have prepared a lot of. I have done a lot of preparation about media.
Yes.
But I produced here this.
Very good. Come here, Manish. Tell me the role of media in US presidential election.
The role of media in US presidential is a very big role. It is I can show seen the election of America, and I can show see the more. I can explain.
Yes.
Please ask the question.
Role of media in US presidential election.
the role of media in U.S. president election is he can the which person is win and lost the just like Joe Biden is win the election and Donald Trump is lost this election and he can. It is the proof of media, not anymore. Just like internet media, I can explain on our presentation and internet media and other sites. I can I know all of person what the reason of election more enough day to day. It is the Donald Trump is going to Supreme Court. The counting is restarting in any time. He can escape for voting counting, and anymore I can soon.
Right. Pawan, come here. Tell me how media change the perception of people, change the mindset of people.
Yes, it can be because it has huge voice of masses and because it gives a lot of news our country and other states and other countries and just we have not some news are not expected that can be that's the reason and the new about by the media and sometimes sometimes articles are also watched TV, radio and games, movies and etc. These all are media and they give information and it can be change our aspect.
Correct. Come here. That's very good. Pichi. Tell me the role of media in Bihar elections.
Role of media in Bihar election. In after news and all the informed media in Tejasvi Yadav is winner, but today news is not win the Tejasvi Yadav and win the BJP party. So Nitish Kumar is not all the people's vote in their people. In all the people's vote in the purpose of BJP. So I am very happy. Nitish Kumar is the chief minister. So all the work in our state, Nitish Kumar just rode and employed all the peoples and many work. So I am very happy.
Come. Why Lord Ripon was coined as the father of liberator of press? Lord Ripon, unlike Lytton. Alright. Tell me something about TRP scandal of Republic TV.
Television, there are a lot of news about Republic TV that they have stolen TRP and they have bought TRP from the but they have tried to prove this, but have not proved yet that they have bought TRP this time. but so this has not been proved. So how can I say about it? Because
can
this
justify
case is undergoing through the court case. So
You can say that how it can be manipulated. TRP, how TRP can be manipulated? Because we know we have a less installments. We have only more or less 20,000 installments in India. So far TRP is concerned. And 10,000, approximately 10,000 is based in your Maharashtra. You know this thing? Meters through which you can check the TRP.
no, sir, I don't. I know about only that they provided money to the people to update their channels on the TV screens.
Okay, later. I will ask you second question. How nexus between your politician and your corporate house may prove unfertile for full-fledged democracy?
Because media, modern media is directly connected to the political party. We often see in our TV channels that they have a specific perception about any political party that they tells about. Only supports the specific party as we see in our TV channels such as BJP. They also often support because it leads our central government, and so they are suppressed under central government, and they are also work under big organization because they are sponsored. They often shows a big ad also, so we can say that they are dominated under the political party and big organization.
Okay, very good.